Welcome back to your Daily Dose. My name is Robert. There's my pal Susan, and we are talking still the Michael J. Fox Foundation, or Michael J. Fox movie, which doesn't include much about the foundation. However, it does include a lot about his Hollywood life. And we ended our last episode with one of my favorite phrases about Hollywood, which, from my years of working and living there and studying it, I know a fair amount about, which is nobody knows anything, the William Goldman quote. And it speaks to a truth about certainty in the world that I think is applicable to Parkinson's. Because much as we want to invest into the certainty of what's next, nobody knows. It's going to manifest differently. We know there's going to be changes. We don't know when they're going to happen. We don't know how they're going to happen. We don't know which ones you're going to get. And this is the empowerment we need. And this is a message built and caked in within the film for the individuals to therefore invest in themselves. Use the doctors as a tool, not as a god.
As a god,
yeah. As a partner, a guide, not a god, as both.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, Robert, we don't know ourselves anything for sure, even about tomorrow. This is a really wacky disease.
And the guiding force behind that, and this is where, again, our work is so important within this, and I'm just going to keep pounding the table on this, is that most of us don't know our story. So not only do you not know the unknowns of how Parkinson's going to do, you don't know how you feel about it, which is also affecting what it will or won't do. Because stress, anxiety, depression, emotions all have a tangible effect on how the Parkinson's rolls out. If you go into isolation because of this, you're going to have worse symptoms. It's going to progress faster. It's going to be more brutal. So that, again, what is your story about having Parkinson's? Are you doing that surface level? It's all right, I'm fighting hard. Or are you willing to go there and say, I'm terrified, and deal with that so that you can actually get into an authentic life and face Parkinson's at its level, saying, oh, okay, here's what it actually is.
I don't think we're schooled in this culture in even understanding how deep is deep. The gravity is real. Peel that proverbial onion indefinitely. There's always something else behind.
Think about, this fits another metaphor from the film when Michael J. Fox talked about the thin veil of celebrity and when he bought into it, and that it took Tracy to poke him in the nose and tell him, you ain't who you think you are. And to him, get the rushing light in to go, oh my God, you're right. And I'm terrified that you just exposed me. And guess what? In my terror, I love you for showing me finally who I am.
Yeah.
I mean, that bears a little exploration. Talk to me about that.
They were like in a train station or lobby or something. There was this beautiful scene where he said, it's like you see into me and you see things I'm afraid to think, I don't even know that, I can't remember what he said.
You're right there. You're within all of it.
Yeah, you're seeing things that I'm afraid to even think exist.
And yet,
and that's where most of us are in storytelling.
Right. Exactly. And, without calling out an individual, I don't know if you've read everything yet, but there was an individual this week who did some very surface level writing, and I called him out on it. And I haven't yet read his responses. I hope he took it well, but I even noted to him, this is what you're living in avoidance right now.
Wow, that's intense.
And I was back and forth of saying it. I said, no, it's my job to say it. I'll say it with love.
Well, that's kind of what the refusal of the call is.
That's exactly what it is.
It's okay to be in avoidance then, right?
It was how it was positioned. Within the day one work, what it was. Here's the thing. You've gone through this enough time. Here's the thing that I refuse to believe, and I'll put out there my bias, that there's not an emotional reaction to getting the news. When people try to say, it wasn't that bad, I'm going, okay, you have since maybe healed that over. I'm not saying it was a traumatic or you fell on the floor and cried. I'm not saying that, but you had some thoughts or fears about what is this. You didn't just go, okay, you know what, stiff upper lip, I'm going to go for it. No,
I kind of thought that's what it was. Though, we're looking at this from 2 to 20 years in retrospect, and we have
Right.
processed a lot of stuff, and we're being asked to go back and feel that moment, and that is a big ask. It was only 7.5 years ago for me, so I can still remember,
Right.
feelings of it. And
Well, I would posit to say that I think a good number of people don't go there because, and this is the well-known psychological phenomenon of, acceptance and commitment therapy, and it's the refusal of the call. I simply don't want to have it. It's natural to feel. If you don't feel that, I think you are potentially, in just my dime store here, I think you're emotionally checked out. If you don't feel something, it's that's the type of thing they test for, to say, wait a minute, you're not, there's a scar or a scab. Who told you feelings were not okay to express, right?
yeah.
Hold that thought, because I know you got thoughts on that. Who told you feelings were not okay to express? We're going to hit that in the next.
Are we in 5 minutes
I
already?
know. See you in the next
Jeez.
episode.